Welcome. This is the Love Life Light Channel, a space for clarity without panic in an age of noise. Here, we slow things down, not to escape reality, but to see it more clearly. Let's begin. Proverbs 2, a devotional meditation. In the last episode, wisdom raised her voice. She called out in public places. She spoke plainly. She warned, invited, and promised. But now Proverbs turns towards something even more personal. Wisdom no longer cries out to the crowd. She speaks directly to you. Proverbs 2 begins not with a command, but with a condition. My son, if you accept my words and store up my commands within you, that word "if" changes everything. Wisdom is not imposed. God does not coerce understanding. He invites pursuit. Proverbs 2 makes something unmistakably clear. Wisdom requires participation, not passive listening, not casual agreement, but intentional pursuit. The passage unfolds like a staircase. If you turn your ear to wisdom and apply your heart to understanding, indeed, if you call out for insight and cry aloud for understanding, notice the progression. Listening, applying, calling out, crying out. This is not indifference. This is hunger. Proverbs is dismantling the modern assumption that wisdom is accidental. You do not drift into wisdom. You pursue it. Pause. Ask yourself honestly. When was the last time I sought wisdom rather than reacting to circumstances? Then Proverbs presses further. If you look for it as for silver, search for it as for hidden treasure. This is not poetic exaggeration. This is diagnostic. Everyone seeks something with this level of intensity. The question is not whether you seek, but what you seek with urgency. Time, money, attention, and energy reveal our true priorities far more honestly than our words. Proverbs is asking, do you pursue wisdom with the same seriousness you pursue security, recognition, or relief? Consider quietly. What absorbs my best energy right now? What do I chase when no one is watching? That is your functional treasure. Only after describing pursuit does Proverbs reveal the outcome. Then you will understand the fear of the Lord and find the knowledge of God. This is crucial. Understanding God is not the result of speculation. It is the fruit of alignment. Wisdom does not begin with full comprehension. It leans towards it. And then comes a sentence that reshapes everything. For the Lord gives wisdom. From his mouth come knowledge and understanding. Here's the paradox. You must seek wisdom with intensity, yet wisdom is still a gift. Effort does not replace grace. It positions us to receive it. Proverbs now shifts from desire to consequence. Wisdom is not merely enlightening, it is protective. It holds success in store for the upright. He is a shield to those who walk in blamelessness. Wisdom guards, not from every hardship, but from paths that destroy from within. This is where Proverbs becomes deeply practical. Wisdom does not merely tell you what is true, it trains you to recognize what is dangerous. Pause. Ask yourself, where do I assume danger only comes from obvious evil? while ignoring subtle erosion. Proverbs continues, "Then you will understand what is right and just and fair, every good path." Notice the phrase, every good path. Wisdom is not rigid rule following. It is situational. It discerns according to the situation. It enables you to recognize what fits reality, what honors life, what aligns with truth in complex situations. This is especially important in a world that prizes cleverness over character. Wisdom does not ask, can I get away with this? It asks, where does this path lead? Proverbs 2 then moves inward. For wisdom will enter your heart, and knowledge will be pleasant to your soul. This is not surface compliance. Wisdom reshapes desire. It does not merely restrain behavior, it retrains the appetite. When wisdom enters the heart, what once seemed attractive begins to lose its power. Not because of fear, but because of clarity. Ask yourself gently, what do I still find appealing that wisdom is trying to make unappealing? Proverbs now becomes specific. Wisdom protects you from people who twist words, paths that normalize darkness, communities that celebrate cynicism. Wisdom will save you from the ways of wicked men, from the men whose words are perverse. This is not paranoia, it is perception. Wisdom trains you to hear distortion even when it sounds sophisticated. Then Proverbs addresses another danger. Wisdom will save you also from the adulterous woman. This is not merely about sexual temptation. It is about unfaithfulness, the abandonment of covenant for impulse. The adulterous path always promises intimacy without responsibility, pleasure without commitment, gain without cost. Wisdom exposes the lie. Shortcuts never lead where they promise. Pause. Ask yourself, where am I tempted by intimacy without accountability, or gain without faithfulness? Proverbs 2 ends with stark clarity. For the upright will live in the land, and the blameless will remain in it, but the wicked will be cut off from the land. This is not simplistic reward theology. It is a statement about belonging. Wisdom leads to rootedness. Foolishness leads to displacement. Lives built on alignment endure. Lives built on distortion eventually fracture. Proverbs 2 teaches us wisdom must be sought before it is felt. It must be pursued before it is pleasant. And once received, it quietly reshapes everything. This week, try this single practice. Before making a decision, ask, am I seeking wisdom here or just relief? That question alone can redirect a life. God of wisdom, teach us to seek what sustains rather than what sedates. Give us the patience to pursue understanding and the humility to receive it as a gift. Let wisdom enter our hearts and guard our paths. Thank you for taking the time to think carefully. If this helped bring clarity, take it with you and let it shape how you see, speak, and act. Until next time, remain steady.